Hear me out. I'm about to make owerri for the very first time. So I need all the Igbos to gather together because your girl is about to become an Igbo bride. Just in case I'm able to find my Igbo Prince Charming, you can drop a congratulations in advance in the comment section. So owerri is to the Igbo people what afang soup is to the Akwa Ibom people. This is the most respected soup in Igbo land. The Igbo speak highly of ofe owerri. And I learned that this soup is mostly served to only reputable people in Igbo land. It is rich in protein, rich in taste, and has a unique flavor, although I haven't tasted it before. So out of curiosity, I have gathered all the Igbo people together to make this soup for the very first time in front of all of you. So without rambling too much, let's get right into it. By the way, my name is Didi Ekanem. If you're new here, you're welcome. And please do well to subscribe to the channel. If you love the energy, don't also forget to comment, like the video, share the videos to your family and friends, and you are welcome. Let's get into it. So we are going to start off with the ingredients. The most important ingredient for ofe owerri is okazi. Okazi is also known as afang. We Akwa Ibomites, we call it afang, but the Igbos call it okazi. So okazi is the most important, one of the most important ingredients for ofe owerri. Another ingredient for ofe owerri is ugu leaf. This ugu leaf is also important. Then there is uziza leaf. Uziza leaf is pretty much optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. But yeah, I'm going to use all 3 leaves. Remember, it is my very first time of making it. Another important ingredient for ofe owerri is the thickener. For the thickener, you can use ede, which is known as cocoyam, achi, or ofo. But I prefer to use ede, okay? As we all know, ofe owerri is rich in protein, so you cannot use only one protein to make your ofe owerri. So I'm using a combination of goat meat, intestine, towel meat, beef meat, and I'm using lots of stock fish. And when it comes to dried fish, if you're making this soup for an important visitor, let's say you're expecting like Tinubu in your house and you want to make him ofe owerri, this is not the type of dried fish you're going to use. You're going to use those expensive dried fish like red snapper, you know, those expensive dried fish. But for the purpose of this content, I am using this dried fish. It is also a good dried fish, but you cannot serve your visitor this type of dried fish, okay? Clean ground crayfish, some seasoning cubes. You can use any seasoning of your choice, some ground pepper, and then fresh palm oil. My meat stock. Now, oh, I forgot to mention cow skin, which is also known as pomo. Like I said, ofe owerri is rich in protein, so you want to pack all the proteins you can possibly afford into this one pot of soup. So this is my stockfish broth. I like to boil my stockfish separately because I want the broth to have that rich stockfish flavor, okay? I guess that is all for the ingredients. And now without wasting your time, let's jump right into the cooking action. Hey, I'm excited. Okay, as an Igbo bride, I need to also learn how to dance, Abi, Igbo cultural dance, Abi. Eh? Is it shake my waist? Okay. Hey. How did I do? I hope I did well. Let's go. Enough of the intro, guys. Let's get down to business. So to make ofe owerri, you want to start off by adding the meat stock in a pot, and then followed by your stockfish broth, followed by your crayfish. Make sure you're using clean crayfish, okay? Go in with your scotch bonnet pepper, give that a gentle stir, and then cover the pot and let that come to a boil for 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, go in with your cocoyam. Use plenty cocoyam if you want the consistency of the soup to be thick, and then go in with your palm oil. Once the cocoyam has dissolved and circulated well, you can go in now with your protein, starting with the stockfish. But before you add the stockfish, make sure that you've already pre-cooked it. Then go in with your dried fish, go in with your cow skin, otherwise known as pomo. And the next thing you're going to add is your protein, your goat meat, your shaki, your intestinal. Then go in with your beef. Like, just add all the animals and let them go and fight for their lives. If you've been following my cooking for some time now, you will know that
that, I like to add my ingredients in stages. So I'm adding more fresh pepper now. I'm also going to add some more crayfish, and then I'm going to give that a gentle stir to incorporate all the ingredients together. And then after that, I'm going to allow it to simmer for another 10 minutes. So whenever you're making any soup with cocoyam, you don't necessarily have to cover the pot. Now it is optional though, but I prefer not to cover the pot whenever I'm making any soup with cocoyam. If you notice, I did not add ogiri to this soup, and you know the Igbos cannot cook without ogiri. They add ogiri to almost all their soups, but adding it to ofe owerri is optional because it is not a must add ingredient or a must use ingredient. It is not the ingredient that is going to make the ofe owerri. What makes ofe owerri is the okazi and the other vegetables used, but mostly the okazi. And the okazi is mostly sliced in a thinly long form. So I'm going to be adding the okazi in stages because I don't want the okazi to be too much. So I'm going to add small, stir and observe, add, stir and observe, add, stir and observe. This is actually like the best way to add ingredients to your food. That way you can control the quantity of ingredients you use so you don't under add and you don't also over add. This secret I'm sharing with you guys now comes with a price. So I'm going to send you my invoice and you're going to send in my money. Send my dollars, send my pounds, send my euros, and send my naira or whatever currency you guys use in your country. Okay, so after adding the okazi, you can now add the other vegetables, but the first vegetable you want to add is the okazi. The reason is because the okazi is a little harder than the rest of the vegetables. So you add the okazi first. After the okazi, you go in with your ugu leaves, you go in with your uzuza leaves, and then stir to combine. So after adding all the vegetables, you don't want to cook the soup or allow it be on fire for more than a minute. Yes, because you don't want to overcook the vegetables. You should not overcook your vegetables. It's just like making other vegetables. Once you add vegetable to your soup, you know you're not supposed to cook it for more than a minute. Yes. So after you add the vegetables, you can now add any other. Maybe you want to add more crayfish, or you want to add like yellow pepper. Yes, I added yellow pepper or habanero pepper to add more flavor to the soup or spark the taste of the soup. So at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, all my Igbo brothers and sisters, how did I do? Did I kill it? Being that this is my very first time of making ofe owerri, did I kill it? Let me hear your thoughts about my ofe owerri in the comment section. I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to positive comments. Okay, thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.